So many people are trying to fix their finances, downloading budget templates, tracking every expense, or forcing themselves into restriction. But if you don't trust yourself with money, nothing will shift. You'll find yourself spiraling after spending, canceling purchases that felt good, checking your bank balance obsessively, or swinging between control and chaos. And I'm not talking about trust in a financial planner or in your bank account. I'm talking about something deeper, a soft, steady trust in yourself, a trust in your body, a trust in your choices, a trust that money will come back. Because honestly, most people aren't bad with money. They are just living in a story where they've decided they are. The money trust wound. I don't trust myself with money. When that wound is unhealed, you start using your past money mistakes as evidence that you're fundamentally untrustworthy. You start believing that other people are good at managing money, but you're simply not. You just mess it up. As though financial trustworthiness is some sacred quality you just weren't born with. You might not even notice it because it doesn't always scream, it whispers. Don't open your bank app. Don't make that decision without asking someone else, because you'll just mess it up again, right? It's the reason why people avoid looking at their bank accounts or offload all their financial decision making to someone else, or get that pit in their stomach when it's time to make an investment, upgrade, or spend on themselves. You may be totally fine managing your bills and day to day expenses, but the second a big financial decision comes into view, a large purchase, a business investment, something that expands your identity, you freeze. You're full of self doubt, you differ, you panic. And then the inner child takes over, that old part of you that still thinks somebody else should handle this. I'm not safe with money. No, I can't do this. And that's exactly how the system wants you to feel, especially if you were raised as a woman, a person of color, or part of a group that's historically been taught that you can't be trusted with money. You weren't just born into that belief, it was planted in you by systems, by family, by generations of subtle and not so subtle messaging. You make one mistake with money as a child, like losing a £10 note, and suddenly that mistake becomes your entire identity. You're the one who can't be trusted, and that gets reinforced over and over. So it's no wonder that now, as an adult, you avoid money. You feel dread, you panic, you hand over your power, but you're not broken, you're just wounded. And here's the part no one talks about. When you carry this wound, I don't trust myself with money, you unconsciously attract people and experiences that mirror it back. You might end up trusting financial predators, or misplacing your money, or watching it slip away as if it's allergic to staying. Because if deep down you believe you're bad with money, your world starts proving it, okay? It's like it becomes a self fulfilling prophecy. It's like being in a toxic relationship where you're always blaming yourself. But what if your relationship with money was just that, a relationship, a lifelong committed partnership? Just like any long term relationship, you'll have moments where it feels easy and moments where it feels really bloody hard. You'll have times where you're totally in sync. Money flows in, you feel good, you're rocking it. And you'll have times where you totally mess it up, where you overspend, miss a bill, feel fear, scarcity. But here's the difference. In a healthy relationship, you forgive and you repair, right? You don't decide one mistake means the whole thing is doomed. If we were having a cup of tea and I said to you, I've screwed up so many times in my marriage, I'm just bad at relationships and should probably never date again, you'd look at me sideways and say, don't be ridiculous. You made mistakes. You're human. Breathe, forgive, try again, right? And yet, with money, we don't give ourselves that grace. We say, I'm just bad with money. No one should let me make financial decisions, as if that's a fixed, permanent fact, not a story you're allowed to outgrow, not a subjective opinion. So, today I want you to step into trust, step into the feminine energy of openness, of circulation, of flow, because trust is not passive, it's powerful, and no one embodied that more than Mother Teresa. She ran a global multi-million-dollar organization with over 400 centers in 102 countries, and she never kept a cash reserve. None. Can you just think about that? Her method, she prayed and she said God had always provided, never more, never less. Now, I don't know about you, but I'd probably have a stroke if I had no emergency fund. I'm not suggesting you empty your savings account and hope for the best, no. But I'm suggesting that you stretch your perspective, that you make a little more room for trust. Trust that money will come. Trust that you are capable. Trust that your past doesn't define your future. And I want to really anchor that in now. Let's do a little exercise to really anchor into trust through your breath. Wherever you are, close your eyes if it's safe to. Bring your awareness to your body. Inhale deeply through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 4, 2, 3, 4. Exhale slowly through your mouth. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go again. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, allow your mind to take you back to a financial moment that made you feel anxious or unsure of yourself. A moment you didn't trust your own judgment. Place yourself in that memory for just a second. And notice where you feel it in your body. Your chest, your gut, your throat. On your next inhale, imagine a white healing light entering that part of your body. A light filled with self-trust and self-love. As you exhale, allow that light to soften the tension. Now take a deep inhale again. Let that light spread to the places that still hold shame, fear, or doubt. Now exhale, let them all go. Repeat after me, silently or aloud. I trust myself with money. It is safe to release. I trust the circulation of money. I trust money to come back with all of its friends. Let your breath return to normal. Notice how your body feels. Maybe a little softer, a little steadier, maybe not, and that's okay too. This isn't about becoming some enlightened money monk overnight. It's about building the muscle of trust, one small breath at a time, one choice at a time. And if your mind ever tries to drag you back into the story of, oh, I'm bad with money, I want you to prove it wrong. Grab a journal and write down every financially wise choice you've made, big or small. Like, I've paid my own living expenses for years. I've always kept a roof over my head. I haven't paid a bank overdraft fee in ages. I have money in a savings account. My bills are on autopay. Once your list feels complete, read it every day for at least a week. And when you do that, you're actually activating a part of your brain called the reticular activating system, the bit that filters your reality. You're training your mind to start looking for evidence that you can be trusted with money, that you do make good decisions, that you are not broken. You're just building trust. And every time you honor your nervous system, make a choice from calm, not fear, or release money with love instead of tension, you're doing that. You're rewriting the story. So I want you to try it. Breathe, trust, let it circulate. And remember, money wants to be with someone who trusts themselves. It's not about spreadsheets, it's about self trust. And that's something you can always come home to. So I hope this has helped you step into trust and heal your relationship with money, even just a little bit. Thank you so much for watching, sending you love, and I will see you in a jiffy.